End of day 31 of 40 days of drumming. Tired. It's a lot of work. Um, yeah, today some more stuff with the hip. I kind of like worked it pretty hard yesterday, so had some trials. Had to, when I was trying to warm up on my bass drum foot, had to stop several times and kind of check my posture, and even sometimes I would just stop and stretch, stop and take care of stuff, try to get those muscles to release again and all that. Um, I, in some ways, I guess I am feeling like the posture thing is going in a good direction. At one point I found myself wishing like, oh man, I wish I would have like approached it like this from the very beginning. But I think I kind of have been, but I really think that like there've almost been some like chiropractic adjustments that have happened over the course of this month. I've been doing it for the whole month of August now. Um, like my back, like I was telling you about all that stuff about the left side being more compressed, um, all those kinds of things. It takes a while to unravel. At the same time, my mind is unraveling, my body is unraveling as well, um, and unraveling in a good way. It's sort of like my mind has all these old thought patterns that are like tangled up like a huge ball of yarn or something, and I gotta go in and, or like that extension cord drawer that nobody wants to go into, and all the cords are all tangled up, and that's what my mind is like. I think that's what a lot of people's minds are like. Um, all these old thought patterns that are all tangled up in there, and you got to go in and kind of start untangling little bit by little bit. And I'm finding as that happens, my body's kind of unraveling some of its knots and stuff like that. Um, you know, and on top of that, there's just the physical work of sitting behind a drum set 10 hours a day for a whole month straight. Um, there's that tired factor that goes along with it as well. But I'm hoping it's all just kind of heading in a good direction. I kind of was wondering today if some of the stuff that I'm doing now, like some of the benefit that's coming of doing this whole thing, won't be stuff that I will actually see until I get back to doing gigs, or maybe even after I've been doing gigs for a while. It's like I'm planting seeds right now, and I'm not really going to, be harvesting fruit by the end of 40 days, but I'm getting those seeds planted and getting them well established in the garden of my mind, so to speak. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. Who knows? I had a thing today. It's so weird, this whole like connection thing and the stuff that he talks about in the book, like watching your hands like someone else is doing it, and I just have had very little glimpses of of it actually feeling something like that. But like today, rather than having that as my goal, like having it feel like someone else is playing me or whatever. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna try to let whatever wants to come out, and just had this long session where I played, and it felt really, really good. A whole bunch of new ideas were coming out, and just the development of it, and I don't know, it just felt great to just sit there and do that and have this stuff kind of come out, and it was just like this kind of endless stream of ideas. So I mean, I didn't necessarily feel like I had been possessed and someone else was playing me, someone else was moving my hands, my limbs for me, but I did feel like there was some kind of stream coming through me, and I could feel too when my trying mind, my mind would get in there and try too hard, and that would interrupt the flow. So that was kind of cool to be aware of that. As that was happening. So that was cool. Yeah, I got back to just playing some basic beats and stuff, and playing to a click track, and just really trying to lock stuff in. It is interesting, I do notice that, like, coming back to playing with a click, that old tension patterns are there. Like when I play with the click, it's like, I'm gonna get you, click, I'm gonna, instead of this like buttery, relaxed, because I don't quite have the accuracy yet when I'm that relaxed to be able to pull that off. So, now there's kind of this, again, it's like walking that line, I want to get stuff to where it is relaxed, but I'm also going for accuracy, so I'm trying to control it to a certain point. So that's a interesting little line to walk there as well. It feels like this whole like effortless thing. Like I feel like I could spend a year on that, trying to do it every single day, and then I might begin to like get it and have it like really develop. But like I've said before, there's this knowledge that I have to go back to Orlando, and I have to be playing gigs, and I have to like sound at least as good as I did before, so I can't just like completely drop my technique and be like a beginner again when I show up to these gigs, And I'm sure that wouldn't happen, but that's part of the little mental game that takes place. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening. Like my beard, this is a 31-day beard here. It's getting pretty thick. All right, see ya.